I think every mature relationship reaches the point where it stops being about the individual and it starts being about the team. Sometimes you have to take a charge for the team. Sometimes you have to go out on a limb. Sometimes you have to get outside of yourself for the sake of the team. And so I think when you view marriage as a partnership and not just like this agreement that you have with somebody else to meet all of your needs, but you look at it like an opportunity to be a blessing, you know, to advance the relationship and to progress the relationship, and not just to advance yourself or to comfort yourself. And not just for the other person either, but for the sake of the team, for the sake of the unit, for the sake of the family. There are some things that I abstain from, some ways of thinking that I don't have anymore, some proclivities that I put down because I have hope for us. You know, I have a longing for us to see what God can do through the ministry of our marriage, to see what God can do through us individually and collectively. I have a vision of what I desire my future to look like. I have a vision of what it means to be on one accord with my husband. I have a vision of what it looks like to leave a legacy behind. I have a vision of what it looks like to parent my children with integrity and with love and in a culture of servanthood. And so that begins with how I interact with, how I respond to, how I treat my husband, how I communicate with him, how I talk about him to other people, how I pray for him, when I pray for him. Thinking of marriage like a partnership, like a team, is really important because I think like it builds morale and it builds character and it helps you to keep your eyes on the prize. If we're about winning, if we're about making the team look good, then that's going to dictate a lot of the things we do. It's going to dictate how we perceive the team, you know, as a whole. So just wanted to encourage you with that. I don't know who that's for, but marriage is not for the faint of heart. I think that's something that I just want to continually drill into the hearts and minds of the people who watch these videos and hear me whenever you've heard me speak or read anything that I've written. Like I want you to know that marriage is it's hard. It's really, really hard, but it's extremely rewarding. But it is hard, and it's hard because it's hard work on your part, trying to connect with another person and be on the same page with another person all the time. Definitely has its ebbs and flows. And while it's super beautiful, it can also get really ugly. It can get really, really ugly. So it's important to just like come back to God, continually just come back to the drawing board and invite the Lord in, not only in the midst of chaos, but also in the calm. You know, invite the Lord into how you communicate with yourself. Self-talk is really important too. How do I talk to myself about my spouse is like paramount. You know, do I always believe the best about my husband? You know, do I always give him the benefit of the doubt? Am I always showering him with grace? Do I constantly have a chip on my shoulder? You know, am I constantly measuring, you know, his good deeds up to mine, or vice versa? Like, just something to think about. So anyway, I think this goes for any kind of relationship though. Business partnerships, platonic relationships. If you come into it thinking, how can we both maximize one another? Because this relationship won't last forever. So how can we really make it pop and make it work and make it good while we have the time? Because you don't have forever. You really don't have forever. So I pray that bless you. If you have any prayer requests, as always, contact me. Visit mitchandgunner.com. I'm going to continue to post meaningful content, and stay tuned for the Just Buried series. I'm really excited for all of that. So yeah, have a great day. I love you.